Interesting today in here overall in Amazon, basically ending flat up around 66 cents from yesterday's close. A whole lot of up and downs in here today, but basically just ending flat, right? So we were green technically, but not a whole lot, only by about 60 cents. Compare that to what the overall market was doing, where you had that big pullback in here today. And then even in after hours, we're pulling back as well, another $3 down here ever since we closed here at 4 o'clock. So Amazon is going down with it as well, but not as much as you would think, right? So got to keep all that in mind. We're going to see how Amazon continues throughout the week to see if we're going to trade kind of inversely or do our own thing as compared to the markets, or how is all this inflation news and everybody's getting spooked, right, with the inflation tariffs and things like that. How is all of this going to affect Amazon in here going forward? So basically here on the weekly chart, you can see that we have this lower trend line that we have been respecting. Oh, sorry. And that is going to be our next big area of support in here. It's right at that 222 level. That is going to be our major support. Anything below there, we're looking at this 216. That is where that 9-day EMA is matching up nicely in here. So that is going to be a major area for us below that lower trend line. Now, if we do stay above that trend line here, we need to work our way to that 231.34 area. That is going to be our major support. Anything above there, we're looking at the 240 range. So this week, as you can see, and then next week as well, is going to be key for us in here on this weekly chart, because it's going to be make or break this trend line right here. That's basically had a touch point here in April and a couple touch points in June and July as well. Now, if you go on the daily chart, you can see exactly where your volatility has been placed here, and you can see your RSI is getting overbought. So your volatility, basically you have a couple green days on the week to go with the green days to end last week, bounce right off that 9-day EMA. We are running away from it in here. So perhaps a little breather is going to be needed to be taken in here. That's what we had today. Indecision candle, and with that small body and those long upper wicks and a pretty decent sized lower wick in here. So little indecision, obviously, with that up and down in here, but that is better than rather just a complete pullback in here to this 9-day EMA. So take a little breather in here, stay up here and reset rather than a big pullback to the 9-day EMA and then a reset is always good for the bulls. But we'll see how this thing plays out throughout the rest of the week. Again, we're looking at that 222 level. Anything below there, this 216, you can see on the daily chart where all your touch points were back in here in mid-June. Now, as far as our volatility goes, we're still in the 20s for our IV rank. So your IV ranking right now is right around that 26 range. You have right around a $3.62 expected move by this Friday. Next Friday, right around $7. We go all the way out to August monthlies. Right around a $16 expected move is what everybody is pricing in. So 231, 222, that's your levels that we're looking at respectively. 216 is going to come below 222. Anything above the 231, you're looking at 240. But we'll see what we get here on a $4 expected move, and we'll see how Amazon continues to trade against the overall markets in here. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.